Hi, parents. It's so good to see you. Happy New Year. I miss your kids, but I miss you too. I miss your friendly faces. So, I'm going to keep this video short, but I want to introduce you to a new curriculum. It's a top tier curriculum called Orange. A couple years ago, I was taking a class on family discipleship, and I learned about a prayer called the Shema. And that's based on Deuteronomy chapter 6, verses 6 and 7. And that pretty much is the way that the Bible teaches us parents the best way on how to instill biblical values in our children. And according to that text, is by our talking about God in our day to day. It says, as when we walk along the road and when we lie down and when we get up, and that's when we teach our children about God. And I think that's very true during this pandemic because you are the main teachers, the main Bible teachers for your kids. So, during that class, we were so excited and we were working on projects and we were trying to think about ways on how to teach parents about the Shema. And then I had a friend who was a children's pastor at a Methodist mega church in Memphis, and he introduced me to the Orange curriculum. And he said, well, these guys have been doing that for a long time. So that's what the Orange curriculum is, teaching parents on how to disciple their kids at home. So this curriculum is going to come to you in this email, and I am going to share um, my screen with you real quick because I want to walk you through this. I want to walk you through what you are receiving today. All right, so the first thing you see is the kids experience. So you're watching this video right here, and first thing you see is the kids experience, and that is for kids up to third grade. Okay. So the first thing you see is the Shema. It's teaching you how to teach your kids about God. So it's it's asking you to do one thing per week. Okay. So morning time, for instance, it says pick one thing that you usually do for for your child in the morning and let them take charge and be responsible for it. Making sure they have everything for school, encourage them to prepare the night before and have their bag ready. Making lunch, teach them to do this and again, work on it the night before. Tell them that you trust they can do this. So the theme for this month is responsibility. So, how do you teach them about responsibility? You ask them to do a task. And how do you teach biblical principles? Well, then we go back to Luke chapter 16, verse 10, where Jesus says, suppose you can be trusted with something very little, then you can also be trusted with something very large. So, sometimes they ask for a dog or they ask for something big. Well, they have to be trusted with something little first. So, that's a way of instilling biblical principle of responsibility in our kids. All right. So, the next thing you will see is the video, and this is an awesome thumbnail. But the first thing you'll see is the parent's guide. Okay. Parents Guide, it's a one-page PDF that for those of us who like to have devotional time with our kids, it's very handy. So first is going to tell you to watch the video. The videos will be around 15 minutes each. And so here on the parent guide, it has a definition of responsibility. Then it has the memory verse you can do with your kids, Bible story for those of us who like to read the story, and then the bottom line, love God, love others. And this is something that you can repeat during the week. Then it has an activity, it's a simple activity with simple materials to reinforce the lesson. Then here are some questions you can ask them besides, hey, do you like the video? Do you not like it? Here are some intentional questions you can ask. Then you have the prayer. You can either pray or ask them to pray. So that is your parent guide. Then you have the God times, and this is like a devotional time for them, something you can do either at bedtime Or, sometimes we're spending so much time with our kids, we might not know what to say at all times. So here's something quick that you can do. And again, this is for the little ones. Day one is pretty simple. They have to match what a fireman does, what a doctor does. This is like a 5-minute conversation that you can have. So it has 4 different things that you can do that week, one for each day, and it has 4 days. Okay. So we have one for pre-K and one for K through 5th grade. If they know how to read and write, you can just give this to them and they can write it down, or you can do it with them. And it could be like a little journal for them. Again, this is like a 5-minute thing, and they can open up for discussion. All right. So that is it. And again, this video is about 15 minutes, but you see, it has like starts with a quick message, and then it has worship and a lot of dance. Then they have some funny videos, and the kids are pretty entertained. Then next you'll see is the preteens experience. This is for our older kids, 4th and 5th graders. The Shema is the same, but it has a different question. So that's the only difference. Instead of saying love God, love others, you are asking them, what are things you are expected to do? Okay. Then you also have the parents guide and the God times for preteens. And this is literally a journal, something that they can do during the week. If you're looking for another activity that's off screen, you can print this out. If some of you are using it and you find it really helpful, I will be happy to print this out and send it to your kids. I will be happy to do that. And that's it. So this is a different video for the preteens. This one has the so and so video. If they enjoy watching that, then you want to play this one. Um, then you can watch the worship service, and then you have the choir info here. I like putting the choir info just because sometimes on Sunday mornings it's time for cherub, and I'm trying to look through my emails, trying to find Lisa's email. So I just put it in here just to make it easier. Friends, so that's it. That's our new curriculum. I hope you enjoy it. Please remember to give me some feedback, ask your kids about it. And I hope this can be really helpful as you lead your kids into discipleship. Love you all. See you later. Bye bye.